So hey y'all, today I'm going to be talking about my three eyeshadow palettes which are favorite for the festive season, and these are super affordable, and by that I mean they're under 250 rupees. So let's look at what are these palettes and let's start off. So the first one is the SFR Baby Got Peach eyeshadow palette, and this one retails for 210 rupees right now on Amazon during the sale, and I think it's on a great deal. So I love the tones in this because they're very neutral and they're very warm tone. Like it's got that peachiness. I think it's perfect for spring, summer as well as winter right now. So I think it's a very good one and all palette for someone who just wants a very classy, subtle look. So we're just gonna pick up this peachy color and go right into the crease as well as the outer corner and give it a really good blend. So it's super easy, and all you need to do is just one shade, and you can always go ahead with the same shade and layer it upon to increase the depth, or you can pick up brown from the palette in case you want to make it a little more darker and smoky. So I'm just going to pick up the shimmer. Now the shimmer has got like this peachy undertone with it's like kind of like a duochrome effect of sparkly purple in it. I love this shade, it looks beautiful. And on top of this, we're going to go ahead with these holographic glitter and pat it just on top of the shimmer. And don't go for a very thick layer, keep it a little more thinner and minimal, that way the color shows through. So after this, we're just going to use the Maybelline Colossal Liner, and another beginner friendly product, as this is amazing for giving you a wing, and this is super easy because of the tip of the brush, and you can just slowly place it on your lid. And I'm just going to create a half wing right now, and that's going to look beautiful on someone who has a hooded eye. Now we're just going to extend the wing towards the center of the eye. And so moving on, we're going to use the Minoso's lash curler, and I love this lash curler because it doesn't pinch your eye and it sits really well and hugs your eye easily. Plus, if you see, the height of it isn't too much on the upper side, which makes it easier for it to go towards my inner corner where there's less space. Now after this, we're going to use the Color Bar Lash Illusion Mascara. So I'm just going to use the volumizing side and go for around 2 coats of mascara. So this gives you a good amount of, a good amount of thickness with your lashes, and it makes it look super plush. Now one common thing with mascaras is that it makes your lashes stick on when you go with 2 to 3 coats. So we're going to use this eyelash comb, which I've been searching for ages, and I got this from the Minoso one. And we're just going to use this to comb through our lashes. This is a must buy, so make sure you check this product out. Now we're going to use the Kalialis lashes. I'm going to use the middle one because that gives you that feline effect, which is going to look amazing for this look. So we're just going to place our lashes. You all know how much I love my Kalialis lashes. These look super natural and they're amazing to wear. Now moving on to look number 2, we're going to talk about another palette which is my favorite, and this is the Makeup Revolution Relove eyeshadow palette. Now this palette retails for 230 rupees right now on Amazon. So the link is given down below for you to check it out. And I love the tones. You all know me that I love those pinky magenta kind of tones, and this palette has tons of those. So I think it's a perfect mix of colors, especially for medium to deeper skin tone, because the colors are pretty dark and intense. So it's perfect for creating those kind of night party kind of makeup looks, especially in this color family. So one amazing thing about this range is that you can pick each eyeshadow palette depending on the color family which you like. So they do have a big variety of colors. That's going to make it easier for you to choose depending on what you want. So we're just going to go ahead and blend out the edges. I went with the magenta first, and then I used a lighter pink to buff out the edges, so you can see the color which it gives. I think this works with a lot of my Indian clothing, and it's just an amazing color family. So we're just going to go ahead with the berry shimmer and apply that towards the center part of the eye, towards the inner corners. That way it gives you this kind of like a very reflective kind of a finish, and we're going to always amp this up. So this is like a very classic night look of mine which I love to do. So we're just going to highlight the inner corner, and I'm going to use the Lakme Insta Cool Kajal. Now this kajal works amazing if you want to do a very smudgy, smoky kind of a look, and it's very intense too. So perfect for smoky eyes. So we're going to start by tight lining with this kohl pencil, and I'm going to apply a little bit of that right under my lashes. That way I have some product to kind of smudge it out and smoke it out. Now I'm just going to use a smudger brush and slowly start to blend that out into my maroon eyeshadow. And you can keep going back and forth with the smudger brush and a maroon eyeshadow as I'm doing right now. That way it gives you a very smooth, hazy blend without lines. Repeating the same step on the upper lash line. So we're not going to do an eyeliner today. Rather, we're going to go to the smoky eyeliner. Perfect for those of you who have like an eyelid where you're finding it very hard to do something like a sharp wing. So I think a smoky liner is going to be the best for that. So we're just gonna slowly smudge it out and make sure it's much more intense compared to the lower lash line. That way it balances out the eye. Going ahead with 2 coats of mascara on my upper lashes as well as my lower lashes. Use these lashes from Balian. I think it's the perfect cat eye lashes, plus it's a lot more shorter in length. So it's gonna be perfect if you don't want something a little too much like the previous one. So now moving on to the last palette, which is the Mars I Belong in Your Purse eyeshadow palette. So this palette retails for 237 rupees, which I think is a steal considering the quality and also the formulation in this palette. So we're just going to start with the kohl. I'm going to do something a little more feline and something more matte for those of you who love matte eyeshadows. So we're just going to go ahead with the black from the palette and pat it along the lower lash line and start smudging it out. That way it's not difficult in case you're using a kohl pencil. Things can get a little tricky, so black eyeshadow is a lot more easier. We're just going to use a brown and slowly start to blend out the lower lash line. And as you can see, I'm doing my lower lash line first. That way I can define the shape at the outer corner of the eye. So start with the lower lash line and extend it, and then you go towards the lid area as you work through. I'm just going to use the black eyeshadow, create a wing, then use the same brown eyeshadow and go on all the edges on the upper side and also the same color on my lid. Now I'm going to use a very light peachy kind of a tone and start blending out all the edges. So we're keeping it super minimal. I think this is perfect for someone who has very less lid space, and if you have a hooded eye, going in with lots of mascara and the same lashes which I used the last time, which is going to be perfect for a feline look. So this completes my looks, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Check out the eyeshadow palettes. These are some of the most best ones at this price point. So make sure you grab these right now during the sale. All the product names and the shades are given down in the description bar below for you. So I hope you have a great wedding season ahead and stay tuned for more. Until next time, bye bye.